So, Con,
Yes. How's it going?
I'm understanding, looking around at all these engines.
There was an update. There was an update.
No,
An update. Railroads Online update. Heis, you're missing the important point. We have truss bridges now. As you can see, look at that.
Well,
that's
yeah.
all you need to take from this update, Heis. Just the truss bridge.
There's a truss bridge that's gigantic. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's all you need.
I was just commenting that I understand why you parked Betsy on the bumping post now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because she's the only engine that's still on the tracks now.
Betsy lives here on the road. What I'm curious about mainly is, as you can see, most of the engines are in this sort of configuration where the tender seems to have plowed into the back of the engine, lifting it up. But for some reason, Montezuma yeeted its tender over here.
It turned inside out and it exploded.
It went over here. Now, the real question, of course, is what happens if we get in and just turn it on? All right. Can I even do that? Will it let me? Hold on a minute. I can't get in.
That's a whistle. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I can. Oh no, I'm stuck. I can't. You know what? I'm just gonna pull the reg.
I have made Jiggle Physics Simulator 1895 by getting in the engine. So.
All right, I pulled the reg. It's full reverser, no brake. Okay. I think it wants to move, but are you seeing this? Are you here? Where are you?
Can you
you're in Montezuma. Oh yeah, you're doing the same thing. Yeah, no, it wants to move.
That's fine. The Kenosha is ironically the one engine that's on the tracks because it's on a turntable, and apparently turntables are fixed.
Yeah, they fixed the turntable stuff. Anyway, today none of this matters. Let's just put all this in full stop position here. There we go. Reg, brake, perfect. All right, so none of this matters. What we're actually going to do today is build our way to the coal mine.
Yeah, again. But different.
We're going to do it up the valley, and we're going to use a lot of the truss bridges because the truss bridges are what? What happened?
Oh my god. So this is probably not happening on your end, but
you're over there. Hold on.
all the rolling stock loads in, all of the Link Dunk sounds play on
No, it sounds good to me. I do like the new text position though for the rolling stock. I feel like
it's fine on my end.
It's lined up?
Yeah, it's actually lined up on my end.
Oh.
That's a goofy thing.
All right, I'm gonna just re-rail this.
Get the speedy boy back on, and we'll.
I don't even know how. Like, what could you possibly update that would do this? You know,
I don't know the inner machinations of the railroads
I'm not
a
programmer or anything, but like, dang son, you know that's
certainly there's like a programming logic like math thing that you could do to like make the train like not clip through the ground.
I don't know. Can you pin me when I get there?
You are pinned.
All right, let's go. Let's give her the full set. I need some fire there, Mr. Coalman.
Okay, the Coalman.
Well, you know, you could be
a shover.
We should make a railroad adventure. Adventures of Mr. Coalman, the fireman, but his name is spelled like C-O-A-L, you know, just to confuse everything.
Yes.
And he goes by Mr. Cole,
I can never remember the actual word in German, but the word in German for the fireman on the locomotive is the man with the shovel.
I have no sound.
You have lots of sound on my end. Actually, it reset my sound settings, and the whistle's painfully loud. So
really? I don't have any sound. What the heck do I... Oh, now I have sound. Okay. I just needed to go into the sound menu and then come out of the sound menu.
Interesting. It's a strategy.
Okay, now we have sound again. Cool.
So Tweetsy, the speedy boy. We did a little bit of track work earlier. We got started.
We did make a Y
Yeah.
that comes off the smelter line. Where our plan is to do a line all the way to the coal mine that is only 2% or less, with at least 100-meter radius curves or more. And that way we can have a nice high-speed line that we can go super fast on with a super long train, and not derail, not have any issues.
A high-speed line.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know with this update, did they change the speed limits on any of the other trains?
I don't know, not that I heard. I can pull up the change log again, but it seems like the bridge is the new thing, and then some bug fixes and stuff like that.
Yeah, because
and
like
then
having
breaking
full
everything,
speed,
but you know.
I really want to test like how fast these trains are against each other. You know what I mean?
Right. Be a fun science.
We can't exactly
experiment.
do that if they're all speed limited. So.
Right. Okay, we are lined towards the smelter here, so we'll just keep going here. It feels like the popcorning is worse on the client side.
Dude, it's worse on my side.
I'm gonna say that for sure.
Like you're talking about the train like jittering as it drives down the track, right? Yeah, I'm getting that same thing, and I'm the host. Like I'm getting it where the train goes forward, and then like it kind of like jerks back and jerks forward. That's weird.
It's a realistic simulation of American railroading.
I don't know why that's. I've literally never seen that before, like at all in this game.
Either we've gotten to the rolling stock limit where it starts to do that, but it shouldn't do that for the host. Like I never did that.
But why
for
would
the
it?
host,
It wouldn't. We didn't change rolling stock from the last.
I guess we didn't. Yeah, so I guess they changed
We haven't
something
bought
and they
any
made
more
it
rolling
worse.
stock. Maybe it's because all our engines are actually like half underground, and the game is just freaking out trying to deal with that. We need to go around to literally like think about it. Our helper station engines are probably under the ground too. You know,
that's fine. They can help themselves.
Class 48, the smelter's probably half underground.
It's
yeah, we might have to go.
I'm curious as to why that needed to be done, but I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Yeah, there's probably a reason.
So
I love how you always leave.
The other big
leave the coal door open.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Why would I shut
it? But in real life, it does.
It does, but yeah, I mean, we don't need look, we have steam. We just pop the safety. It's fine.
Oh!
Brakes,
hold on.
brakes.
Brakes.
Did I get it? I did get it. I did. I did a leap. I leapt out of the cab and got the switch for you. Now let me get back in, please. Okay, I'm on.
You're fine. You're good.
Yeah, so this is our Y. We're calling it the Y because
we have to
Y.
build some foundation under this part.
We'll get to it.
We'll get there. We haven't done that yet. But it's kind of annoying that you can't. You used to be able to build bridges without the rail, and now you can't.
Right.
And it's nicer to have the splines connected. Don't get me wrong. It makes track laying a lot easier when it's connected to the fill. But it would still be nice to be able to build bridges without the fill, because then we could cover that and make it look proper.
We could have a switch. I mean, switches on a bridge are not terribly common, but like
no.
Without any way to manipulate the terrain, like it would be nice that it became an option. But goodness, this is actually I didn't get to run over this after I built this. This is heist track, ladies and gents.
It's
actually really pretty. I like this.
100-meter curves too, so we should be able to send this. We are climbing right now a little bit, 2%.
2%, yeah.
So it's not too bad, but 100-meter curves, which is nice. So we'll be able to, easily pull full loads of rails and beams. And we have a Y there because part of the stuff that has to go to the coal mine has to come from the smelter. So you need to be able to come up from the smelter and also come from the lumber camp. So this is just a really nice line.
Right. Making a branch line off of a Y is almost always going to be more operationally flexible, and you have to get into kind of strange train operations to make it work otherwise if you don't. So we built it off of a Y, and it was a little challenging to get it to set up. And I mean, it's a little bit on a bridge, but it's just
that's why that literally took us like an hour to figure out that crap.
Yeah,
so that's why
that's why we did that ahead of time, because it's like, okay, this is going to take a long time. There's probably going to be a lot of less than choice language, so
Yeah, and now we're here.
And we're here at the end of track.
And now the plan is to run from, if we pull out the map, to run from where we are here.
Follow the river.
All the way to there.
Yep.
And then
almost
that's it.
The whole map, at least
the whole map.
Height.
That's just great.
So, which half do you want, Con? Do you want to start at the coal mine?
I'm going to go to the coal mine, I think, and start working down.
Okay.
And then
you
can
do
work up from here.
And I'm just going to continue going this way. So,
and if we do this all perfectly, we should eventually just be able to golden spike the rail.
Yeah,
at some point.
have the promontory summit moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, it's very important that. Oh, I'm gonna re-rail the Percy here.
Oh,
the
it's
green.
duck, isn't it? Duck.
Is it duck? Did we call it duck?
I think it's
Percy?
duck.
Oh God, it is not. It's the crap duck, and it is definitely in the ground. That is
the in the ground crap duck.
A lot of people commented like, I can't believe you guys got the Ruby Basin and then you haven't really used it as an engine because it's got so much power.
Right.
And it's true. We should use it for some actual trips. But I just wanted to tell people it's because Heist doesn't like the color scheme. So it's
yes, bus. The bus is firmly thrown my way. I see how it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much, right? Like,
it's fine.
Nah, it's nice. Oh no! Oh no!
What in?
God!
What just happened, Con?
Not this crap again.
The railroad is crap, Con.
The railroad has crashed. The railroad.
Oh, that would explain why I couldn't have my spline placed.
Let me let you know.
I'm in server
just
limbo.
For anybody bug reporting out there, the UE5 game has crashed with fatal error, and it just says fatal error ! Okay.
Fatality.
Yeah. No, that's.
Somebody call John St. John to voice Railroads Online, please. Monster kill.
All right. Well, I guess.
It de-rendered. Like, I'm still in the server, and the tender just de-rendered, and it's just got floating lettering above trucks. That's there. Okay, there it goes. Now it's dead. He's already dead. Okay. I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still here.
Back.
There's the train. The Tweetsy just disappeared. Like nothing happened. So
yeah, no, it's
worry
back.
about it.
It's back at the freight depot. It's fine. We're just gonna build some track, and I'm gonna save a lot, and then
that's.
I mean, to be fair, most of the crashes seem to happen when I get in and out of a train. So
don't run trains. Just build track.
Just not. Yeah, we'll just build track and not run trains
and it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. This lead track here, we have this lead track off the coal mine that we were using. So I'm gonna delete this lead track and have the lead track be the track that goes down at 2% to, where you're at, right?
Right, okay.
And then if we need to use it as a lead track, we can just run basically the main in the one direction versus the other. So.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's my thought on this.
Guys, I just want to let everyone know that I am building with circle mode turned on. Just letting y'all know that's a thing.
You're building with it turned on?
Yeah, circle mode. I'm doing the thing, Con. I'm becoming an adult.
That's good. I thought you said off for a second there, and I was like,
no, that's my normal MO. Okay.
The game gives us tools to do stuff with.
Yeah, but spaghetti. But somebody touched my spaghetti.
No, we don't want the spaghetti. We want the proper track.
They didn't have circle mode when they built the real narrow gauge, Con. Okay.
They had surveyors and people with actual intelligence laying out the track.
No, they didn't have those. They tried to make it as cheap and shoddy as possible. Duh. Like, they didn't
There's
do math.
No way they didn't have guys surveying stuff with.
No, they absolutely surveyed the whole entire alignment, like way.
But not with lasers.
Yeah.
It would have been what with just like those what are they called? The stupid little they're like the glass lens things.
I don't. A sextant. That
no,
thing?
no.
No.
Well, there's a sextant too, but there's one for measuring distance, isn't there? With like
I don't know. I am not
dang.
a civil engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer. I am really not hip to the old school ways of surveying.
Yeah, I remember there was a thing that they used. I don't know what it is now. All right, well, I'm doing good. I've already laid my first spline, so
there you go. I decided that for some flavor for operations at some point, where I want to put in like passing tracks because this is gonna be a super long thing. So I got to the point where I did. So I'm putting in a little passing siding here.
You'll have lots of space for that stuff for sure.
Yeah, it was like super flat over here and really easy. So it was like, okay, this would be a nice spot to put a little passing track in. So
yeah, I'm
So I'm doing that.
Just working on my first bridge here, 2% down.
Are you gonna put in one of those one of them new bridges, newfangled truss bridges?
I will, not for this part. This part's really high up and it's curved, so I can't exactly do the curved.
The new truss bridge is cool, but it's not a spline. It's just an object, and you can only place it
piece,
flat,
and you can't change it.
You can't have a curve. You can't have a grade. It's just got to be a flat, straight piece. But it is really pretty looking.
Yeah.
So like.
And you can't lengthen it either, right? Like it's a fixed, like this
yeah,
is the
you
length.
just have to do multiple of them. Yeah, it's
right.
It does not
so going across the
change
rivers will look cool for us because we can do.
Yeah,
they'll gap the rivers nicely.
That'll be super cool. I don't know. That looks like a pretty nice length of a siding here. So why not? We'll call it there.
All right, this looks good. This looks good.
Oh, so the other interesting thing in this update is that they changed something with the controls that broke all the controls. So you had to rebind
half you had to remap your controls for some reason.
Yeah, which was less than favorable for me because I had a bunch of custom bindings related to building, and I don't remember what they were. So my muscle memory is all kinds of goofy, but that's okay. It'll be fun.
No,
I'll get used to it again.
I have just default settings like a pleb, so you know.
Oh, I see how it is with both W and S making you walk backwards. That's pretty high speed. Okay, link on that one. There we go. I kept struggling.
Now you're gonna still be climbing from where you are. I built that track once a long time ago, and I believe it does still 2% climb
the whole way.
Pretty much, like it does climb up. This is cool. I can go across this plateau.
That is the wrong kind of switch there. Okay, left like that, and then snap it on that one. Okay, there we go. Oh, but I don't even want to switch there because main track. Oh, look, that tutorial that I wrote. How did I accidentally open that? It's fine. Click. There we go. Okay, I've got an passing track. I don't know. You could fit some trains on it. I wish we had signs so that we could name them.
Heist Pass.
Heist Pass.
Kenosha Bridge.
Well, sure.
I hate it when you lay a track, and like I laid a track at 2% down, and then I laid another track, and then I'm at this like hill, and I need to go up like a fraction of an inch.
Right, and it's just barely not there.
Just enough to cover the rail so that it'll derail something. So it's like I'm gonna go back 2 splines now, and redo the second spline to be only like at 1.5 degree down instead of 2, because then it'll line up better. But it's just one of those things where it'd be nice if you could edit splines after placing them, and then you could just tweak points on them. That would be wicked.
That would be super cool. Because like a real railroad, they shoot for a ruling grade and they survey for a ruling grade, but it's not going to be 2% the whole time. It'll vary from 2.1 to 2.2.
Well, and it's going to change as like weather and stuff and all that. So it's like, So, and on a real railroad too, you could come in and like shim up a section of it without having to. Right.
Like, and that's actually something that has to happen, and we actually had to do that at the museum back in like 2016 or so.
You remove the ties and put more fill underneath and then push it all back up?
You don't even remove the ties. You grab a track jack, which is a mechanical jack. I'm sure they have more modern ones that are less silly than the ones we used. But you get a track jack and you literally pick up the rail with the ties still attached and raise it and put more ballast underneath. And you absolutely change the grade by doing that. So... And in our case, we were actually making the grade more consistent because it was not. So,
does it really, like, for you guys, does it really matter how consistent your grade is? Like, you're not going very fast anyway, right? So, like...
Yeah, right. I mean, it matters a little bit more when you're going slow, because if it's inconsistent, it means you got to make more changes. So, it becomes a little bit more annoying to run. Like, does it matter in the grand scheme of things? No.
Like you have to be more on your throttle is what you're saying.
Right, because if it's all consistent, you get it set and it kind of just goes, particularly when you're running at track speed like 20 mile an hour or something. You don't necessarily care if you're doing exactly 20 or if you're doing 19 or 18, so you just kind of let the engine carry you and you run the speed that the train kind of gets to, unless you're trying to follow like a really, really precise timetable or something.
Right.
But for us, like any slight change in the grade means you got to mess with that engine again to keep it at speed, because our speed is pretty slow, and so you don't want to get off to the races too much. So it's better to have it consistent, and the train handling is simpler because it's easier once you're kind of out there and going and doing the thing at speed, like as it was designed, as it was intended. It's easier for the little differences to make less of an impact because you're just doing the thing, you're just running the railroad. But when
I'm assuming steam locomotives really don't like going slow.
They really don't.
There's a whole, you need momentum to carry through the dead spots, and that's sort of like,
right. You got to get past the point where you basically have one cylinder doing work, right? As soon as you get the RPM going fast enough, you can assume that you're getting even power from both cylinders the whole time and everything.
And it's good enough to just maintain a certain speed and blah, blah,
right,
all that.
Right.
Yeah.
But it takes you a second to get there, so. Yeah,
I've currently been relaying the same bridge this entire time, so we're doing good. This is gonna be a nice quick episode.
I can't delete this tree. Okay, I found the river.
That's good. Just follow it forever.
Okay, dude, should I just run nice and close to it? Because I was running off to the side a little bit.
I did a run right up the river as close as I could, kind of crisscrossing back and forth across the river, and I thought that was kind of cool.
That's pretty. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
We can do something like that. Cross as many times as you want, you know. And
I started the 2% after my passing sighting, and it already was kind of like getting kind of tall. So I think I'm gonna just wander over to the river and not be at 2%. We'll just keep it flat for a little bit longer.
I just realized I had to turn off your music to replace it with your music later.
It's not my music anymore, is the thing.
No, but I still use it because, you know.
Right. No, I mean, the music in game is not my music anymore. So if you
that's not the music of the original soundtrack that I have. That's different.
No, he got rid of it like almost a year ago now because.
Oh, am I gonna get copyrighted for like the 3 sounds of their new music?
You might have. You might.
Well,
I don't know.
That might suck.
I can't tell you. So hopefully not. But yeah, no, my soundtrack got booted out of the game when Astragon got involved like last June or July or whatever it was. And I don't know why. Like, QMA never told me why. He just removed it, and then it was like,
I'm assuming Astragon has their own music or something.
I'm assuming it's something like that, because he got the deal with Astragon, and I'm sure it was just like a licensing, and we don't want to pay somebody kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. That's usually how music goes.
Yeah, so that's it. But hey, I mean, you can still listen to my soundtrack in my video and in Khan's video, of course, because
I like your soundtrack. It's all really like chill, sort of country guitar vibes, and you know, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it was really good, and it seemed like people liked it. So hopefully that's the case. I mean, I had a lot of fun
finally cleared this crest. I had to go down at like 0.5% for a bit, and now I'm back at like going down at like 2%. Well, just because I had to clear this stupid like crest of the mountain or go all the way around it, which was like...
Right, okay.
You know, it's still going down, but...
Okay,
something like that.
I'm just gonna put a slight little curve here, and then I see what I'm gonna do here. Yeah.
I really wish you could fly in build mode. I mean, that
would be really nice, because sometimes you're like looking at what you're doing and I'm like, I don't know if what I'm doing is making any sense.
Well, you don't know if you're necessarily like going in the right direction. This is where you need to go, and like,
right.
Yeah, if I could just fly in build mode, that would be
just gonna follow the river. All right, let's see. We got 5 different colors of truss bridge: red, gray, beige, oxidized copper,
you gotta have
and
like
aluminum
5 in
silver.
a row that are all different colors, right?
Okay.
So
I mean, I might be able to do that.
Just cycle through the colors. So as we're driving along, every like 2 minutes, you're at a different color truss bridge.
Well, what if it's all the same bridge?
Oh, 5 different colors on the same bridge? That would be cool.
Is that pretty spicy? Because I think that's what I'm doing.
I feel like if you're doing an actual truss bridge like that, though, you'd need a concrete support in between each section. Because those truss bridges, they only have strength from each of the 2 ends.
Right. Okay.
And everything else is weak.
All right. So the interesting thing about the truss bridge is you have to line it up backwards, and then it'll snap.
Okay. I haven't actually tried placing one, so I don't.
Yeah. You have to line it up 180 degrees to the way you want it to go, and then it works.
Like you rotate it before you click, and then you click,
and it won't link unless you do it backwards, and then it'll link.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, so I guess I'm only getting 3 on this bridge, but I did change the colors, all 3 of them, so that's a vibe.
This is gonna be a cool line, dude.
I'm excited. I love following the river over here. I've run on people's maps that did this. I never built over this way, and I always kind of wanted to, so I'm glad we're doing it in this playthrough.
I did on my first playthrough of the game. The one thing I like about this line, mainly about where I'm building, is that you have to basically like hug the edge of this mountain valley and just keep going down and down and down and down and down. And it's really cool because like you're just riding on the edge of basically a cliff, but there's like little plateaus. It's not smooth exactly, but it's not like a sheer cliff either. You're kind of running on like a plateau that has some space, you know? Like going to the iron mine, you're basically on the edge of a cliff and that's it. Whereas this, you actually have some, you know, tolerance.
Right. It's not just figure out exactly what fits.
Yeah. So I can use some wooden bridges and not have them look stupid.
Okay, so I don't know when the grade picks up on this because I have not really started climbing yet.
It's like stepped. You'll see. It's like steps.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that'll be the interesting part for you to. All right, got a curve. Oh, this is
the whole river's about to turn a bunch, so I want to kind of get up there and parallel it. My alignment ended up wandering away for just a brief second here.
Yeah, I hope I left enough space to curve in before this waterfall. I don't know.
I've heard the waterfall. I've heard that
tight.
the waterfall can eat trains, so we should be careful there.
Wait, what?
Like it will collide with trains. At least in one build it did. So like you can get thrown off by the waterfall.
So you're saying I can't have my track go like under the waterfall?
That's probably not a good idea. I mean, it might be fun to see, but we'd probably have to rebuild.
Oh yeah, I need to curve in a little early anyway. I was gonna hit the cliff, so.
Just a nice, smooth, high-speed curve over here.
I'm doing basically 100-meter curves.
I just laid like an 800-meter one.
Oh my god, okay. Jesus.
It's just like the slightest meandering curve.
Yeah, I'm doing like 100-meter curves because I'm trying to still follow the cliff as close as I can.
Right,
but, like,
I'm way out in the open. Totally different vibe right now.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to like... Okay. This looks cool.
I do like this.
No, I don't even know. Holy cow.
Oh, so if you stick really close to the river stays at like the same height though, it looks like, right?
It goes up a little bit in steps, I saw.
Okay, so should I be like super tight to the river, or should I be off on the bank on the side?
I mean, whatever you want to do, as long as you can keep up with every time it goes up a step without going above the 2%, right?
Okay.
You might want to like try scouting ahead and seeing where the next step is, you know, and then going from there.
Right. Well, so there's like land further away from the river that's higher, but the river itself doesn't look like it steps up at all, from what I can see.
Then you're probably fine.
It'd be very funny if we get to our promontory summit moment, and I'm 60 meters below you or something.
I mean, that might happen. That might. I have to like loop back around though to get like low enough to. Okay. Okay. I might be too high up here. I am close to this waterfall.
Okay.
Close
It's
enough where
probably
like
fine.
the mist from the waterfall might touch the track, you know?
It's just carry extra sand through there or something. It'll be fine.
God, I'm too high up. I'm too high up for the stupid. Oh no, I'm too high up for the supports of the steel bridge. I can't.
That's very tall.
Yeah, well, there's like, I'm going down this cliff here, and it's fine, and then right before the waterfall, there's like a huge drop off to a valley, and then it goes back up to like the cliff on the other side, which is where I need to get, but I have to still bridge the valley, you know?
Right.
So I might have to do probably some support stuff first, and then like some fake embankment stuff, and then delete it, and then I'll build some supports after the fact to see, like, we've done this before at that other valley we went over that was like... All right, so let's see what this does. Crazy how high up this is. It's gonna look cool though. We come flying up here with like just a 40-car long train of all beams and planks, and then we'll just go right through the coal mine, dropping off everything as we unload, and then just come flying out the other end, go down the 10%, fully empty, you know?
Yeah, that's yeah, that'll be fun.
It'll be empty.
40
we'll
cars
be fine.
down the 10%.
Yeah, 40
like
cars
men.
empty.
It's
Empty
fine.
though.
I mean, you know,
Good.
it's braking per
Okay,
weight ratio.
place it
Is that
now.
a thing?
All right, this is cool. That's gonna be way too close. Dude, this is awesome. Like this, there's no way you would build a bridge this close to a waterfall. The foundation of this would just get absolutely eroded to like nothing.
Yeah, that's not far from ideal, I'd assume. So
yeah.
You saved recently, bud?
Oh no, that's a good point. I should save.
I should
just save a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am going to just save a lot. That is a good point.
Okay, I really... Oh, if I go on the other side, it's higher on the other side of the river and more up there. So maybe I've been lured into a false sense of security by running on this side of the river here. So I'm gonna build... I guess I'm gonna go for a little bit further and then go across the river again, I think. But I'm gonna start my grade here, I think. I think that's the ticket. I think I need to be doing that. And then we'll cross the bridge, or yeah, cross the bridge. We will use a bridge to cross the river right here. All right, Con. I'm a little further up the valley. Maybe almost.
How far?
Almost,
oh, you know what? You're
halfway,
actually
almost
you're
halfway.
making way better progress than I am.
You've got the harder end of the stick, which is why I'm happy that you're over there. Because I'm not.
Yeah,
that
I've had
good
to
with
wrap
track.
around this mountain. I finally figured out that bridge that was jank. So
That's good.
you know, I built enough foundation to support it, and then I deleted the foundation after the fact. And I'm not even joking. I'm off by like 2 feet. Like if my trusses were 2 feet longer, it would be fine. So I'm not gonna cover it up because I don't think anybody will even notice that the supports don't touch the ground. And that's just the reality of railroading in the 1800s. Sometimes you're on a bridge that doesn't touch the ground, and if you don't like it, complain to management, which
will laugh at you and dock your pay. So
yeah, we'll laugh at you, dock your pay, and ask you if you need a real man to drive the railroad instead of
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I get it.
Okay, let's see. How do I adjust the thing? I'm trying to build this stupid thing. Edit the construction grid to 1.
You're building a truss bridge or
I'm
something?
building a big truss bridge because I realized that either I'd have a big semicircular steel bridge that would go backwards to get back on this hill because I kind of hit like a horned point of hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And so I decided that it would be easier to just truss bridge across. And then we could have the big truss bridge that has all the different colors.
That's cool.
So, yeah, so we're doing that.
I haven't done any truss bridges yet, but I'm still like going down constantly at 2%. So
it's a very colorful rainbow of bridge stuff here. Although I think I'm gonna stop with that bridge now that I'm across the river because I do need to kind of keep the grade going because I'm worried that I'm gonna end up being just nowhere near the right height.
You're still nothing above 2%, right? Like you're still just
everything's 2% or less for sure.
Yeah, okay. This is crazy. From where I'm standing here, I can actually see like all the way up to the waterfall. I can see my bridge that goes across the waterfall. I can even see the track way over by the coal mine. Like I can see the fact that we're on essentially a massive like 2-kilometer radius curve that's built of like a bunch of different 100-meter sections. You know what I mean? Like this is like I can see the coal mine like directly across the valley from me, and it'll be really cool if we're hauling the mail up this max speed, like because you're just gonna see the coal mine for so long, and yet you have to go all the way around to get to it.
Right.
It is joys of trains.
The joys, the excitement of trains. Yes, the exciting of train. That's what it is. That's a great YouTube video. It's important for you to watch.
The exciting of trains.
The exciting of trains. Yeah, I hope he gets the eggs.
I'm very confused.
That's all you need to know. I hope he gets the eggs.
Okay. I will
say
have to...
it is. I'll see. Last time I said I would remember to put something in the description, and then I didn't. So maybe this time I will. But yeah, it is a meme video, which is like actual promotional material, like a video for one of the old passenger trains, the Santa Fe Super Chief, I'm pretty sure it is, from like the 1940s or the 1950s. And it's just dubbed with this guy who does the perfect 1950s narrator voice. And it just, it just goes off into shenanigans land, and it's very much worth a watch. So,
but does he go choo 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 choo?
No, he does not do that.
Is he also riding on the techno train? That's what I'm.
He is not also riding on the techno train, but he does hopefully get the eggs. So
that's good. I'll have to look this up.
I hope he gets the eggs. Oh man, this okay. I'm gonna have. Oh man, do I have a smidge section of 3%, or do I have an 80-meter turn?
Has to be 2% or less. 2% or less.
Well, I'm gonna
gotta go back and fix that. 2%, 100-meter turns. Gotta go fix it.
I'm gonna go delete this chunk of bridge because I guessed on the radius and.
Yep. No, you gotta
trying to make it pretty, man.
Because last time when we were driving and you were full sending it, and then we hit that 60-meter turn, that was it. Everything derailed. So we need to be
able to full send it.
We need to full send it and not derail. So I feel like 100 meters is like the minimum to get that result.
All right, I can live with that. So
I have the issue where I can't get back up on the bridge because I can't go underneath the wooden trusses because for some reason they're like not hollow, you know? So I have to like climb up the mountain to get onto the bridge.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I get what you mean. Oh, I can't delete. Oh, that's not rails. I had my delete tool set to rails. That's why I couldn't get that. Okay. But I've successfully choo-chooed my way across, and this bridge. It looks a little silly, but I mean, it's gonna be fun. I don't think it would support.
I'm using a lot of
train,
wood bridges.
So.
A lot of wood bridges this time around.
Gotta get those different bridge flavors, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't use a lot of wood bridges. Usually I use steel because they've got such a longer foundation, so it's just easier to place. But this time I was like, you know what? I can do some wood bridges because I'm actually pretty. I'm like too high for fill, but I'm like too short for a steel bridge to look proper. So
wood bridge it is, yeah. Default
wood bridge style. I'm assuming back in the day they would use wood bridges for everything until they didn't have to because it's cheap.
Yeah, wood bridges were the standard for a long time. So
right.
I don't know when the first steel
way cheaper to build than steel. So
yeah. Okay, so I have to start at a much more aggressive turn there. Okay.
All right, so if you're building a steel bridge in the middle of nowhere, or a wood bridge in the middle of nowhere, right? You build the track up to it, and then you bring all the materials on the train up to it, I would assume.
Yeah,
and then how would they crane the main members into place?
I don't honestly know. That's
you got like a big bridge over some crazy valley, you know, you got to somehow get that main rigid member craned into place.
Right.
You know, that requires some effort somehow.
I don't honestly know how they did that. I would imagine that they've got, like, they would build temporary cranes, or they'd bring some rail-mounted cranes or something and make it happen, but I don't honestly know. That's one of those things of manufacturing that I'm not hip to, so.
God dang it. God dang it,
Bobby.
I hate this so much. This is why I don't build the wooden bridges anymore. I just remembered.
Because they don't reach the ground near as easy?
No, because they've got, like, the truss structure is not hollowed. You can't go into it, right?
Right.
And so if you build the wood bridge and then there happens to be a tree inside of it that pokes up through it.
That's a fun
game.
You
have to delete the whole bridge to get the tree out. So that's...
Or you can try and, like, frustratingly click at the tree for, like, 5 or 6 minutes, and then maybe
that's what I was doing, and it wasn't working, so then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna...
We're just gonna stop right there. Okay.
And then I just missed the jump off the cliff to get back onto my bridge, so we're in good shape.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm almost on my final spline here. I'm at the river heist.
Are you?
I made it to the river.
You've made
it to the river. I've got this wicked, massive, 200-meter, 180-meter curved wooden bridge coming down here.
Okay.
And it pretty much puts me down to the river. Of course, I'm gonna have to delete all the trees.
Are you down at the height of the river?
Yeah, pretty much. How far away? We're not that far away from each other.
Oh, I may have made a goof then.
Why'd you goof?
Because I'm up above the river where I'm at right now.
Yeah, but the river keeps climbing from where you are to me.
Does it? Okay. Because I have no idea what height I need to end up at.
Yeah,
we're almost
I'm
to the
down.
part where we're gonna see each other. So like,
Yeah, I'm at the river now, so I'm gonna stop here then and like wait until you get. I'll come over to you and see like we'll do some height mapping and try and figure this out.
See if we can figure it out. Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
If I'm at the river height now, it's probably like a good spot. This is a beautiful curve here coming down, so I don't really want to move it.
Yeah, goodness, you're still so far away. Like
that's what I'm thinking. I think there's still a climb from where you are to I am.
I don't know, man. I've been doing 2% decently solid the whole way along here, so.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Find out. Mine's a 2% down for sure. Come on, tree. Don't make me delete this whole spline to get rid of this tree. No, come on. Be nice. There's literally only one tree that's not quite. Oh, there's two.
Why did it have to be trees?
Oh, come on. It sucks. I love the wooden bridges, but I hate the fact that you can't delete the trees.
Right.
It's almost like you need to place a steel bridge first.
Figure out where the thing's gonna be and then delete
delete all the stuff underneath it and then go back. Oh, it sucks. I don't think I can get rid of this. That is unfortunate. All right, I
found what looks like a shelf that I've ended on that feels like a right-of-way shelf. So maybe I am at the correct height right now.
I don't know. It's hard to tell as there's no height map on the map.
Right. That would be that'd be a neat thing that we could have as a feature in this video game.
That'd be cool. Or at least if we had like Minecraft's got that coordinate system, you can press like F3
or
press
a button and then you can see what your Y
height because then we could just be like, yo, I'm at height 600 and you're at like 550 or whatever, so it just tells us.
Oh yeah, just continue to go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try and just do this with a steel bridge.
This is wide here. I might want to put another passing track in here.
I mean, go for it. I don't know how much the passing track is going to be necessary because this is now a loop, technically speaking.
Right. So somebody could always go the other way, but like if we have like a bunch of people play on the map at some point, like if you have two trains stacked up to go this way, either you have to wait for them to run the whole thing, or
Well, I'm not going to fit a passing track on the ramp I built because it literally rides the edge of the cliff for a lot of it. So
like this is the first time that I've had space to do one, so I'm gonna do one. I think.
There's going to be space once I get to the bottom of this section to do one. Right. If I wanted to. Delete these.
Oh, if I can get up there to connect the switch. That's a dubious proposition here. There we go. Switch left. Dunk.
It would be really cool to try and build a railroads map where everything is 1% or less.
That sounds like pain, but sure.
It does. However, with no speed limits, you could have a lot of fun if you made everything 1% or less and like really gradual turns. You'd have a lot of floating like bridges and stuff and big helixes.
Right.
But it would be cool because you could just full send all these trains and your like tractive effort towing capacity stuff.
You'd be using Betsy for a long time.
You'd be using Betsy forever, or like other really weak engines like Montezuma and stuff. You could really just push them for a long, long time.
Which is welcome to why the railroad does what the railroad actually does.
Yeah, with low like this is great. This 2% coal mine run is gonna be awesome because our coal mine run is 10% and then 3%. It is 2% up the switchback. So the switchback is 2%, right? So we do kind of have that loop element going on.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that kicked that track.
Oh, there we go. That was cool.
We want to use a switch right and connect it there. There we go.
Where are you? Oh, you're like up there.
I'm over here.
Are you on that plateau on the right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're way higher up than me, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh man, if you're up on this plateau, then you're like, I thought like when you said fall the river, I thought you were gonna be down in the river.
Well, yeah, but then it was never climbing at all, so.
Right, but that's okay, because I come down at 2%.
Well, you said
if you're on this plateau, then I have to do some major restructuring.
Let's figure out where we're at. Let me build an inspection bridge.
I'm gonna see. If I can figure out where you're at. I'm trying to look for you. I can see.
Oh, I can't link this. Okay, of course I can't. So let me just...
Where the heck are you? You're on that plateau over there? Is that right? Like...
Can you see this bridge that I just built?
No.
Okay. I'm not that
I'm gonna keep walking. I'm looking
river.
up the valley. Like, I'm down at the river height. So I think you might have gone up too high.
Well, that's a bummer.
That is a bummer, which means either I have to bring mine back and then keep it high up, or we got to bring yours down closer to the river.
Do you see? I've built...
I'm looking. There's a berm here. So there's a spot here that goes down.
Okay.
A ramp down. So this goes down and it goes down again. Like the river slopes downwards. So maybe if you're
I'm not
above
that
the river
high.
there.
I'm not as high of the plateau. Like, I don't think I'm at the plateau you could have seen.
Oh, I see you. I see your bridges.
Right.
Oh, you might be close. Don't go any higher.
Okay. I will.
You might be actually okay at the 0%. Like if you 0% from there.
Okay.
I can see your bridge now. Yeah, because like there is a little bit of a lip here that goes up a little bit more. So we'll see how close you come to clear that. And then go from there. But yeah, you built up like that's crazy. You were 2% climbing, and that's where you ended up.
I started the 2% super late too. Like I left it as flat for a long time.
There's
so,
like a little raised plateau here. It looks like the Iron Mine run.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So like I hit this, and I was like, oh, this is probably where I'm supposed to be because this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, just keep along this flat. I think it will be okay. This is neat. This is literally the Iron Mine run. I see your switch now with your passing track. I see that. I'm right at the end of it.
Oh, cool.
Hello. Where are you?
I just finished the second track of the passing track.
Oh, I see. Perfect. Oh, I see. Clear trees. Yeah, this is cool. How big is your Oh, it's not that big.
It's not huge, but it's not small. It'll be enough to put a small train in the hole. So.
It won't be enough for our big 40 car monsters, but that's okay.
Well, then we can talk about the folly of precision scheduled railroading. So, it's fine.
True.
We ran out of space kind of like right here, though. So.
Having 17 passing tracks all beside each other.
Or that.
3 in a line. Is there ever a situation where you'd like have 2 passing tracks down the line, you'd split half the train on one and then put half on the other? And like...
I've never heard of that getting done. I wouldn't be surprised if you had to, like somewhere, but...
Right. Are you climbing? No, this is 0% now, right?
Yeah, this is 0%.
Okay. You gotta keep with the brick that hangs off. Looks stupid.
Does it hang off? Okay.
Looks stupid.
Well, thanks, Con.
No problem. Stupid spelt with 2 O's.
I'm trying my best, okay? You know how bad at track laying I am.
Yeah. I know why the BNSF railroads derail. I understand.
Sir, I was...
Isolate the track!
Sir, I was a mechanical foreman in the diesel shop.
Yeah, I did not work on the track. I did not have relations with that track.
Not my department, not my craft, not my anything, sir.
You know what? This is great. You're just gonna trailblaze straight ahead, and I'm just gonna follow you with this.
Yeah, you bring up the track, and I'll knock down the trees.
We're kind of built up here a little bit on a... Sort of the ground is actually like falling away from this brick, which is interesting.
I think it looks like it goes up a bit more as we get further up here, though.
That's good, yeah. Holy cow, you're just making pulp and paper.
Yeah, man. Need firewood from the engines, Everything burned wood in this game, don't you know?
Mm-hmm. Bring the coal burner though.
Oh, well, we'll just compress it really hard, and then that'll work, right?
What happens if you try and put like charcoal into a?
We've fired up one of the engines on charcoal before.
But charcoal is like a slow burn, low temp fuel source, right?
You wouldn't want to run around the railroad with it. But we fired up, I think 20. Dusty said he fired up with charcoal the one time, and it's just like, oh, this works really well.
That's interesting.
We didn't have any wood at the time, or not enough firewood to actually make it happen, and. You can't really start with coal, but the charcoal seemed to work, apparently.
Can I build this with, like, a small embankment and not have it stick out? Is that possible? Because this looks really stupid. Like, you would do this with fill.
Right, you wouldn't do it with the big embankment or the brick.
Maybe I just need to move it over a little bit.
I don't know where we're going. I don't know where your track ends up.
Just keep following the left side. Just wait till I catch up. You know what? Come back here. Help me lay track. I'm very slow, apparently. You've blazed ahead there, and is that your truss bridge? It's oh, it's a steel bridge that crosses the whole valley. That's super cool. I can't wait to run that.
Yeah, we got one steel bridge that crosses all the way across, and then before that, in the distance, there's the multicolored truss bridge.
That's exciting. All right, I'm gonna just turn this over here. We might honestly be so high up compared to where we need to be, but anyway.
That's not the end of the world.
I'm just gonna move this like 300 to there, like to that, so it moves away from the cliff edge. And now I should be able to
Then you might be able to use the...
Yeah, I get some of this embankment that just doesn't...
I'll be the embankment police.
Well, I'm using embankment 2, so it shouldn't even come close.
No, you're good. Totally good. Looks
yeah.
better.
It's just because I kept like falling off the rail and I couldn't get back on it because the brick was just too high, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a pain, you know, like. At least the embankment's sloped, so we can get back on it if we have to.
Right.
Yeah. All right, that looks all right. Whoops. And then we'll just keep going around this corner. Let's see if it'll let us do this cleanly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're cooking with bacon.
Bacon.
This looks great. I think I can go like this, nice 100-meter curve. Go straight like that. Look at that.
It's a beaut right there.
That looks wonderful, laddie. All right, and then we just oh, embankment police. Uh-oh.
Oh, just barely there.
Yeah, it's not really the end of the world, to be honest.
Single tier.
But I'm gonna fix it because I have problems, even though, like, you know.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I have another 10 meters to go on this to make it 100, so I can do that. And just nice and clean, and if this sticks out, screw that. So there we go, done.
It doesn't. No.
It doesn't. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we've run out of shelf right here. I guess we could bridge across to this next one.
Yeah, we gotta stay. If you keep running, you'll probably see where my line ends. I didn't actually bring it all the way down to the river because then you said you were too high up. So I was like, all right, let's just leave it where it is.
Are you on the left side or the right side of the river?
I'm on the same side as we are on now. Like we're on the same side.
We
don't need to cross anymore, which is good.
Oh goodness, yeah, the river actually does come up pretty far, right here.
Right there, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking.
This might buff.
Might be working.
This might buff out just real nice. If it ends up being the exact correct height, I'm going to giggle.
Did you watch IndyCar at all by any chance?
I watched some Formula E, but never IndyCar.
Never IndyCar. They just had the Indy 500 this weekend.
Okay.
A tire flew off a car.
Oh lordy.
And flew over the grandstands.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And like missed the grandstands by like 20 feet. And it hit the front of like a Chevy Cruze on the front left side, like the front side.
Just totaled
and just obliterated the hood and like the light and that whole side of the car. And it's like, it really brings to life the "that'll buff out" meme.
There's a lot of energy there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, dang son, like worst ways to die. Yeah, I got struck by a tire coming off a car while like that. It was honestly, if it had landed in the stands, like that would have game over for someone.
Devastating. Yeah.
Yeah, like just insane. And it's curious because like F1 uses tire tethers, right? Which are these little cables that string to the tires so that the tire can't fly off like that.
Okay.
And I wonder if IndyCar has them and it broke completely, or if
it sounds like it was a pretty violent, unplanned disassembly of the wheel.
Yeah, well, another car came in and clipped it and shot the one tire off. It was pretty amazing to watch. But you know, it makes me wonder. Like they must not have used tire tethers, right? Like it must have been just a
right.
Yeah, I don't know. Crazy deal.
And then, of course, you know, whatever car it hit, like modern cars just kind of fold instantaneously.
Folded.
Yeah, I tapped somebody doing about 5 mile an hour, less than 5 mile an hour in my Subaru the other week. And yeah, just their car was fine. No problem. Their bumper is totally great. They not even a scratch on it.
With your front, right?
Yep. And I have like $6,500 worth of damage in my.
Yep, that's what happens.
So there it is.
The front of a car is designed to absorb impacts, and the back
it did
care.
do that. It did, in fact, do that. I'm still running up here, and I do not see... I don't see the tracks
Well, I'm
yet.
building like one of these pile bridges, the piling ones, just to... Because we are
Spice
still like above... Well, we're above the ground a lot.
Oh, I see you now. I see where your old track is. Oh, no, dude, we're... Like, honestly, I think we need to keep the climb going a little bit. We'll have to see. I've cut trees down to where your bridge was.
Yeah, I just got to get back up on the bridge to lay this next chunk of it. I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to save because we've been doing this a lot.
Let's drop a good save here, yeah. Oh, shoot, I see you behind me, actually. No, we might not need to climb.
Yeah, I think we just leave it at this level and see how close we get, and then we'll go from there. This piling bridge is cool.
I like it. Pile truss.
This would be the kind of bridge you would build if this was a floodplain.
Probably. I'm not a civil engineer.
You would, because then you'd keep the bridge above the floodplain height so that no matter what, when it floods, you know, the water doesn't affect your bridge. Have you seen the bridges in like the northern Arctic areas of the world, like in Tibet and stuff, where they have to build it up on these trusses even though it's on ice, because the ice sheet, like the permafrost, will shift, you know? So they have to pretend like the whole thing is built on basically water, even though it's not.
Weird.
Yeah, it's cool. I watched some documentaries once about it, and I was like, man, there are some big brain people out there.
Super rad.
Dude, we're like...
It's gonna be so close, man.
We're like at the height, almost.
Just, stupid lucky, apparently, maybe. Let's see.
The only pain in the butt with this is, oh my god, Heis?
Did your game just crash?
Heis, I'm gonna need you to go on without me.
Are you welded into a bridge?
Yo, come check. Look, take a look.
Yeah, let me see.
I am in a cage of...
Oh.
I've been trapped. I can't jump out. Can you put down a telegraph station, please?
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. That's you can't.
I'm actually stuck. I can't jump out of this.
That is hilarious. So
yeah,
this is the I Saved Khan Memorial Telegraph Office.
Yeah, please, thank you. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. I'm literally stuck inside the truss that I just placed.
It's fine.
Oh man, if we're within like a foot of the right height of each other,
we look like we're gonna be pretty close, man.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't want a locomotive. I want to build a coal tower here, so I can just jump up onto this.
It's gotta be close, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch that bridge I built there to a pile truss as well, because it should just match this one.
Right. Yeah, you can't have
a really long
bridges.
Pile truss bridge we've got going on here.
It's just
kind of cool.
Sky bridge.
Yeah, man, sick. God dang it, Heis! I'm trapped again in the.
You've already got a telegraph station.
I'm using the. Yeah, I know. You can get trapped in half of them, but not in the other half. So it's like, oh, I can't go through it though. Oh, I can go through it here. There's like a few gaps that you can. It's weird.
Yeah, weird.
The hitbox on it is really weird. Man, we are. Oh my, we're above it.
Are we? Just a little bit?
We are higher up here than that. Wow, that's good. Well, that comes down. That's the 2% down. So this is just
so we can just lay this track over the top of this one until it meets, and then
until it meets, and then delete it back.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm gonna come over there with a nice. This is insane, dude. You built up so high so quickly. That's great.
That it was 2%. So I mean.
This is going to be like a huge flat section that you can just pick up a lot of speed on. When you're on the pile truss, you know you're just flat.
Right.
All right, it meets like basically like here-ish. Something like that. Or I'm still above it. Dang. Oh, did I kill your bridge? My bad.
Just deleted it out from under me.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
I'm coming. We're almost done, Heis. We're almost done.
Almost
we
there.
To run this beautiful track.
Should, I mean, I want to see this golden spike moment. But we also need to go re-rail the Tweetsie and bring it back over. It won't take too long to get here.
No, we should re-rail all the engines too, just see if that fixes the banana jumping.
The banana.
The banana popping.
Banana popping.
All right, coming around. All right, Heist. I think this is actually going to be the golden spline.
The golden spline.
I think. Should be able to. Just, am I still? No, I'm okay. So I am slightly below it when I get here, maybe like 2 feet. So if I connect
just turn off circle mode and connect it, and it'll just be a less grade. The
Boom.
Golden Spike moment. Promontory Summit.
So this last piece has a very slight, maybe 0.5% grade or less. You know.
Cool. That's
This is so cool.
It's quite the alignment. Well, I'm gonna go back to spawn here.
I don't know if you muted yourself.
Oh. No, I used push to talk, and I just decided to not press it, so it recorded for me. But you know, you just didn't get to hear me say that it was super cool. So I'm back at spawn.
The only unfortunate thing is if we fall off this pile bridge, you can't really get back on.
Well, you know, that's what the middle of the alignment tipples for.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm gonna delete that though. It's fine. We'll be okay. Can I delete the telegraph office? All right, perfect. I'm gonna save this. This is perfect. Let's go back to the freight depot and get some trains.
Yes.
All right, calm down, calm down. I'm coming. I'm coming.
We got places to be, Con. Come on.
All right, highball, highball,
highball,
highball.
Go, train, go.
Oh my God. I can open and close the sander from clicking on the rod out here.
That's entertaining. And I'm loving the link sound as I blitz by the yard full of link train
that's
cars
right. You
that
get
are just ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, there's
ding,
still,
ding.
I don't know what it is with this engine, like this version of the update. The UE5 update last time didn't have it, but the trains definitely kind of jitter a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, the train of cordwood cars just exploded right in front of me, and one landed on the track in front of us, but then it teleported back, so
yeah,
seems
no,
fine.
It's like it's some weird jittering, like even on the host end, where you're as you drive forward, it jitters, it pulls back a little bit. I don't know what the deal is with that.
That's strange. I'm not sure what's going on there.
As long as this is all working towards getting full speed on every engine, I'm okay with it.
Yep, agreed. Because
we just need full speed on every engine.
Boys, very good.
Yeah. That's why we laid a beautiful, casual, 2% 100-meter curve track. We should be able to full speed it all the way to the coal mine. And then what we got to do is see. Well, not only number one, we're gonna get more loads up that track because it's so shallow. We can pull big, heavy trains. Right. So that's like a huge advantage. But then we should really see like how much faster you can go up that mine at full speed versus if you're doing the 10%.
Oh, you're telling me we're gonna have to have another race then, Con, huh?
Yeah, but we got to figure out the load situation because I think the advantage of the long track is that you can carry 40 cars.
Big, heavy, long train. Yeah.
Right. Whereas the 10% track is really just stupid.
It really is.
Oh.
It's beautifully stupid, but it is.
Yeah, I would replace it with a tunnel if we had a tunnel. I would just tunnel through that and call it a day.
Just bore it right through the side of that mountain. Mm-hmm.
I think we have to flick a switch at some point.
Yeah, not this one. It's the smelter one. So
the next one. All right. Have you? I guess you're not allowed to ride on this part of the train while the train's moving.
I mean, if you have to go out there, you have to go out there. But I've never had to go out there while the train's moving.
What would you possibly be doing out here?
If you were out on the road and like your sanders were having trouble feeding, you could go out and stir the sand, or you could have like something like. If you had to shut off a check valve.
So you would come out here, walk out here, while the train's moving on the road, presumably holding onto this like
the handrail
bar on the side of the boiler, and then you jump up on top of here, open the sand, stir it, and then close the sand and walk back in.
Yeah, there's a video of somewhere, I don't know what part of the world it is, but the train crew doing that on a steam engine, which is like, oh, that'd be terrifying. But more likely would be if you had a check valve into the boiler, where the water goes in right next to your feet. you have one of those stick open, you'd have to go out and shut it manually. A lot of the check valves have shut-offs right at the check valve itself, so you might have to do that.
Like just a hand valve next to the check valve?
Right, or as a part of the check valve. But for us, like, we're running at a museum with a half-mile of track. Like, we can always just stop and fix whatever we need to fix. So
yeah, fair.
Because sometimes, like, when the checks get
so these were like these were those kind of things where you got to go fix something and you don't want to have to stop a whole 200,000-pound train or 500,000-pound train or whatever. So you just want to keep your momentum going, but so they might slow down a bit, but they'll still keep the momentum up.
Right. All right. Here comes the switch.
Yes, I gotta yeet this.
Yep, and I'm gonna use it
through
here.
Don't get out of the cab because that's bad.
This is the scary sharp
turn.
part of the curve.
You gotta go slow for this. This is the only turn that you have to go slow on this whole line, simply because it's we gotta move that telegraph shed at some point. We're gonna hit it, but anyway,
it's fine.
Yeah, and then as soon as you're around this curve, which you just full sent anyway, but
well, I mean, acceleration, man. Okay.
Truss bridge, perfect, and now we're on to. Now we're climbing still. We're 2% up.
2% up from here.
Hard to believe that like the coal mine is so much higher up than where we are right now.
It really is. Oh, goodness, look at how cool this alignment is. I love looking down at the smelter and seeing all that. It's awesome.
Yeah, and like we're gonna climb here, and then we're gonna go to 0%, and then we're gonna climb back up more, and then go to 0, and then climb more.
The funny thing that it worked out is that the passing tracks are on either side of the grade. So you're up on the 2%. We get to this passing track, and it'll be flat after the passing track until it picks up. And then when we get to the other passing track is when we flattened out again.
Yeah, and then we could have built a passing track on the huge piling bridge, but that's whatever.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh, this is a long passing track.
This is a long one. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's good. You could pass a lot of stuff. Still probably not 40 cars, but
Yeah, probably not, but like. You had a shorter train in the hole or something, the coal, and then you got a big train of raw materials coming up. You can have one guy go in the hole and the other guy passes. You don't have to stash the big train. You could stash the small train.
We could make a whole passing yard there and put like 4 or 5 lines.
We probably could. I mean, there's probably no reason to do that, but we could.
Yeah, we could in case you needed to pass like big trains. You split them. Oh, this is nice. I love the. Oh, is this the multicolored truss bridge?
This is the first multicolor one. This is only 3.
This is cool.
Yeah.
There's no way these truss bridges would hold together, by the way. Just saying.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Need some supports in between the triangles there, but
it's
like
fun.
a couple of brick pillars going into the water.
Right, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool though. I like that. Looks neat.
Yeah, we're still on flat, and then I think it's right before this next bridge is when we start picking up on the 2% again.
Dude, we are just like hauling.
Just cooking. I think it's 29 mile an hour this thing does, so.
Yeah, we're doing great. I feel like this is a 40 mile an hour track though. We could probably go faster and not have issues.
It still feels slow when you're not scared.
Yeah, there's okay, there's that. Nice. This is cool. Right up, flush against the mountain here with the fill.
Yeah, tried to be nice and tight. I mean, it uses the big fill.
Still police. You're off the ground.
Is it floating down there? We'll
I think it's floating down there a little bit.
We could just add another piece of fill. I wish you had one that was like flat and then it was sloped off steeper on the other side so that you could make it look nicer around the curves. Because
I wish it was just infinite. Like it would just go forever.
Oh, that would be nice too.
Like it would just stretch automatically down to the ground.
Here's the big multicolor
one, I think
boy.
We'll probably have to clean this fill up again, but that's cool. This is sick. This is so cool. I mean, yeah, you definitely have like a concrete pillar in between each truss because physics. They would all just fold in on each other right there.
Right. This is not Bridget or whatever the bridge constructor game is called.
Poly Bridge or whatever.
Poly Bridge. Yeah, I think that's the most famous one. Yeah.
I like this track though. This alignment's sick.
It's fun trying to wander around, keep to the mountains the best I could, which is kind of hard.
Right.
And then I got to this point, and it's another horn, and it's like, okay, well, I could try and do a super sharp, crazy turnback bridge, or I'll just cross it. And then
you cross.
I'll just cross it again, and
you can see the nice river down below.
Yeah, it's
another wooden bridge up there.
That's cool.
Wonderful. This is a nice valley. It's too bad there aren't other industries along this valley.
Yeah, there really needs to be something else to do over here.
Yeah, you could easily have an industry like halfway, like right where we are now, halfway up the valley. And
something new.
Something. You have the oil field, ironworks, and refinery all right next to each other there. Like, in a field, basically.
Right.
And then you've got nothing over here. Like, they could have put the refinery over here, even. So you have to get the oil all the way from the oil field way out to here, right?
That would have made it super challenging and fun operationally, yeah.
Or the oil field out here, the refinery back there, vice versa, right?
Right.
Either way, it would have been, yeah. Because it's such a beautiful valley, but honestly, like, you know, we played the whole game so far without even touching this, because like why we
you don't have to unless you want to do just this. But even then, I've made it 2% to the coal mine without using this valley before. I mean, it makes for a long track.
Over the iron mine still.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. It's a nice valley though, and the cool thing is like we're not even like we're still in this valley, and then we're going around this hill. We got to go around that next outcropping still.
Right. I haven't seen
now
this
we're
part
on
of
this
the alignment.
super flat
this is,
pile bridge though.
Yeah, this is the last thing we built. Once we get off this pile bridge, I don't know what you did, so I didn't get to see all of your shenanigans. Yeah,
2% climb. I didn't make any truss bridges because nothing is flat.
Right.
It's all graded. So I do love this truss bridge, though. This is cool. This kind of, to me, it feels like this is a floodplain, and like you know this would flood, and
just
all the grass
build
below us
bridge.
would
Call
disappear.
it a day.
Yeah. So you just bridge the whole thing, and that way when the river floods in the spring, you're like, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Yep. And that's definitely a concern building up against the river like that. I know the Durango and Silverton deals with all kinds of fun in the late spring, right before they start operating, where there's washouts and slides and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Okay, so the coal mine's across from us up there,
across
right?
Across from us on the right, and we're gonna go all the way around the rim.
Oh, this is cool. We're just gonna do the whole pocket back here. You can see the whole
perspective. You can literally see every piece of track that we're gonna run on.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I really like that.
It's a 360-degree ring around the whole valley. It's kind of neat.
This is
we're on time now the whole time, so this is just 2% until we get there pretty much.
This is super cool. This is like really, really narrow gaugey feely. Like there are so many spots on the Cumbres and Toltec, particularly, which is another chunk of the Rio Grande that still exists. 64-mile railroad, South Colorado, northern New Mexico, where you're going around and it's just exactly this. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be over there next, or we came from there. Like, super cool.
All right, time to find out if the waterfall mist kills us.
I guess we'll find out.
It's pretty close. I don't know if we're actually in the mist or not, but like it's close.
I think we're okay. I think I far enough.
I think it's fine. I don't think we're. Watch
we
get yeeted.
Snaked right past it. Yeah,
that's cool though.
That's neat.
Once again, you'd never build a bridge that close, but anyway.
Yeah, it's fine.
That would be the worst corrosion you'd ever have to deal with.
Why'd you make the truss bridge entirely out of stainless? Well...
Yeah. You know. Then we just keep climbing. We're climbing. Here it shallows a little bit because, we're coming into the coal mine and the elevation. We had to clear that crest there.
Right.
And now this is pretty much just the lead track all the way back up to the coal mine. Look at that. We're going to come flying in here. So now the only issue is if we're using, like this was the track that we used to shunt around the coal mine, to switch.
It's now the main. Okay.
It's now the main. But like, I mean, you're just going to foul the main to do your switching. Oh, we're going hammered into the Y.
Just using the brakes. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's still very jiggly.
Oh, God.
This did not used to be this jiggly before, this engine.
No, it was. You might want to go full reverse before you dunk. Yeah, let's go down. Let's go down to 10%, bro. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Then we don't need to turn around that way then.
Yeah, we'll just go. We'll back up down here and go back the 10% way.
All right. Well, then we'll do that. Okay.
Holy cow! You were up on 4 wheels there. You were on half your drivers.
It's fine. It's fine.
Bro, that track is so bent right now. It's not even funny.
The rail would have been pushed out. It would have been bad.
Yeah, you don't have enough blind drivers. You need like all of them blind.
Con, I hate to tell you, but that doesn't work.
I'm pretty sure it would, right? Because, like, willpower would keep the train on the track.
Oh, willpower. Right.
Yeah. There's no, obviously this one's got 2 blind drivers, 2 non-blind.
Right.
You need at least 2 flanged axles in order to stay on the track. But, like, if you have an 8-wheeled driver, do they have a certain restriction on the number that need to be flanged and that aren't, or do they care? Or was it just like,
you really don't want to have blind drivers unless you absolutely have to have them. is basically the reality of it. Because with this engine still, all that's keeping you on the track are the first 2 axles. So if you're going around this crazy bridge and you'd put the first 2 axles in the dirt, you were going to kiss the valley. Like, there's nothing else holding you on. But if you had more flanges, you have more chances. So as few blind axles as possible. The most I've ever heard of is 3.
Isn't it kind of like, though, if your one drive axle goes off, like the rest are just going to follow no matter what? I mean, they're not exactly...
necessarily. It depends on how it wedges itself and stuff, and it's a lot easier to crab a flange against something than it is otherwise, so...
This is a spicy corner, by the way.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm still full.
You feel that? That was a little
picante. It's fine.
Yeah. The cool thing is we're here, and we just came on that mountain way over there at the bottom of the valley. We were just down there coming up to 2%. That's cool. Where it comes up. Oh, we're going the right way. Perfect.
And this is really the true summit of our railroad is. This
this
top of the 10%.
I wish we could have a flag, because it's literally at the crest of the 10% is the actual summit, right through that valley.
Yeah, the top of the entire railroad, highest point.
Yeah. Although we could build a switch here and just build a little, like, 10% line that climbs up to the top of the mountain and run Betsy up it.
That would be fun. Park Betsy on the top of the tallest mountain.
Yeah, we might have to do that at some point in time.
That'd be fun. One of the first things I did in the game was build at the top of the tallest mountain, and that was an enjoyable.
Oh, we'll have to make it like a jank, like proper small gauge, like narrow gauge, absolute jank. You know,
yeah, I did that on the old splines a million years ago. So
yeah, laid by hand type railroad, can't go more than 2 mile an hour up it type deal.
Well, with the 10%, I mean, in Betsy, you might be you might be going that speed and no faster anyway.
This is cool. Then there's all this alignment.
Right. God, with the atmospheric haze that they added with UE5, really helps
it looks so much better in
super
UE5.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I will give it that. UE5 looks so much better than UE4.
They did do a thing, and I'm interested to see how you change it, because my performance was never that bad in UE5. They made it by default that it goes to DirectX 11 instead of 12 now, to allow for more people and more systems to be able to play the game, because a lot of people that don't have cards that could support DirectX 12 couldn't
isn't it like 30 series or 12s, and like NVIDIA 30 series cards are like the AMD equivalent to that. It's like the 12 generation.
So you had to have that in order to do it, and so now it's more accessible, but for people with a little bit higher end hardware or mid-high end hardware, like, it doesn't look quite as good as it once did. So I'm kind of interested in changing my DirectX back to 12. I think that's probably a Steam launch setting or something, though, because I couldn't find it in the options.
I'll have to check. I don't know what I'm in.
By default, it should be 11.
It'll be 11?
Unless you changed it otherwise.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'll have to change it back. Yeah. Dude, this is sick. This is cool. Now we have another line to the coal mine. It's great. More operations to be done.
Right. Gonna have to
next episode,
run a big train over it.
How much money do you have, by the way? Can you, is that possible?
I mean, let me set a brake, and I'm going to press a button. My game did not crash, so there's that.
That's good.
I have $2,033.
Okay, I have $200. So I think, like, the stake flats are the cars that handle both the beams and the rails.
Yeah, so we could buy a whole mess more of those.
Just buy as many stake flats as we can afford,
I should be able to get 8 of those, and then we would have 23, I think.
Yeah, or something like that. And then we should just honestly load them all up with beams and rails.
And just run it. Yeah.
And just run it all the way up that 2% line. Because, like, I feel like we could highball it super quick. Oh my god, we're going to die.
No, it's fine.
Oh my, dude, this thing shakes on these tighter corners. It's pretty. Like,
this
is not the 100-meter radius line, you know?
This is not. This is the spicy one.
Yeah. This is the 6.5%. Why did we build this rail?
Yeah. This really is. You know, the funny thing is, though, I'm pretty sure it took us the same amount of time to build the 6.5 as it did for us to. Good God!
We're so dead. We're so. Remember when you were talking about the blind driver thing? We're dead.
Yeah, we had that.
Well, by rule of the episode, this has to sit here. We have to go get our MOW train. And
where are my
back.
keys? Keys in the dirt. See y'all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Day shift night shift. Somebody will come clean this up, and we're gonna go play in the sand.
You gotta walk all the way back now.
Ah, sand!
Oh my god.
You ever play in a sandbox as a kid? You ever eat worms?
No, but my brother ate sand, so, you know.
Ever been to a Turkish prison?
Oh, God.
Just watching you bob over the fence was that was worth the price of admission.
Can you not get out of that?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I can. Look, hey, I survived. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Laters.